Alright, welcome home. Welcome to InsidePool.tv, the home of interstellar travel. Here we are at the finals of the Great Southern Billiard Tour Championship 2013 as we hurtle through time and space, blasting out across the galaxy. We're brought to you by NYCGrind.com, Inside Pool Magazine, CNG Gas, Michael's Billiards, and of course the Great Southern Billiard Tour. I'm your host Alvin with Inside Pool, and I want to welcome you all out there on Ustream.tv. It's an honor to be here at the end of the adventure, and we'll get this underway. Ken only has to go to 7 here, and Alex has to go 2 sets of 10. So Alex to 20, Ken to 7. Opening break.
Guys, we are starting the finals of the 9-ball event. Alex Olinger's coming from the 1-ball side. He's going to have to beat Kenn Tran twice. It's a 10-7 race. If Kenn Tran wins the first set, we've got a champion. If Alex wins the first set, we're on to extra innings. True double elimination. Good luck to you, fellas. Congratulations.
So pack a lunch. Could be a long night of pool. Just what you wanted. Or it could be a really short night. You'd be going home early. This guy says he never plays pool. He says there's no pool halls in his town, and he never even gets to play. He just works all the time. But he likes to hit. He likes to play pool every now and again, he says. So. Sounds like a natural. Alex is also a naturally talented player, as you shall see if you have never seen him play before. I was impressed with Ken here too. I'd never seen Ken before in the last match there. This guy plays real nice pool. Down here in the South, you got some super strong players. Even in the northern South. Cincinnati's a bank pool. Big bank pool, arguably the bank pool capital of the world, along with Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah. 1-0. Alex has a really nice break where he puts it'll be the red 3-ball in the bottom right hand pocket, and the 1-ball will go in the side. He missed it that time, but he's okay because it comes up table. He's not okay. He's on the 50-yard line. He usually makes both those balls. Guys are having a good time. That's good. We've had a great weekend here at Michael's. Alex will get ball in hand here. Stay focused, stay focused. That's the key.
Yeah, take the rest of the way. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Looking good, feeling good. All right, we're in the finals.
All right, yep.
It's nice how he kept that ball from diving into the corner pocket there. Nicely played shot. Uh-oh, it's going to leak out. We got a leaker, folks. He may be able to cut this ball in the side pocket. I'm not exactly sure. He's eyeballing. Uh-oh. Got Alex all messed up. Pinpoint. Look at this. Well, the 3 ball's messed up. That's for sure. So's the 4. Uh-oh. This got very difficult very fast. This guy plays good for a 7, doesn't he? Sometimes these guys sneak in. I'm telling you, I've seen this a bunch of times in my travels. These guys just crawl in out of the woodwork. They say, oh, I don't know how to play. I've never won anything. I don't know how to play at all. Bam, here you go. In the finals, race to 7. Running out. At InsidePool.tv, the place where you get the jelly. With NYC Grind, of course. No, I don't know how to play at all. Laughing out loud. Alright folks, thanks for joining us here. If you're just joining us, we are in the finals of the Great Southern Billiard Tour Championship. Yep, you just kind of talk to it like this. We got the master brain here, Shannon the Cannon Dalton.
Hey guys, sorry about being a few minutes late into the commentating booth, but we've also got the finals of the 8-ball going on the opposite end of the room, and it's hard to be in two places at the same time, but I'm glad you viewers are here, and looks to me like we ought to have a very good finals right here. It's been a great tournament, and got two very, very solid players here. This is Alex Olinger's 10th straight match. He lost his second match in the event and has been battling from the one-loss side the whole way.
He's unbelievable.
We talked about this. It's not the first time he's done this. He's come from the one-loss side before and won a bunch in a row and won one of my events. But, Alvin, you know as good as I do as tough as these races are. To win 10 matches in a row on the one-loss side in this event here is that's a great accomplishment.
Absolutely. Alex is a great player. You can tell that this guy practices. He thinks, eats, breathes. I'm sure he probably reminds you of yourself when you were young at that age, just grinding it all day.
I give him what I thought was a good compliment earlier. I told him that he'd had an unbelievable year playing pool, just because if they're not playing at my events, even if they're out, on the road and stuff like that. I know Alex has been doing a lot of traveling and stuff this year, and he's had a very successful year, in a young, short career. Alex is only like 24 years old.
Right, he's just a young head.
Man, he is just, he's come leaps and bounds. Here's another player that I've really got to watch develop into the player that he is on the tour. That's honest truth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alex is all about improving his game. So, and he's going to show up to any event that you do, so it's good. But yeah, we're here, and Alex has to go into. Now, what made you decide that Kenn Tran was a 7? Did this guy just crawl in out of the woodwork, or what? You never seen this guy?
I've known Kenny Tran for 15 years, and about everybody here knows him too. Kenny is a good 7. Don't get me wrong, but now this is not Kenny's first event either. Kenny's probably played in 15 of my events.
Okay.
And he did win the 8-ball last time as a 5. And I moved him up this time to a 6. Well, just so happens he only won like one match by that one game being a difference. But this is probably Kenny's 10th or 12th 9-ball event, and he's never even been close to the finals. I think maybe the top 8 is the best finish he's had.
Okay, good. They were wondering what was going on with that. So
no, I mean Kenny is playing good, and he's getting rewarded for it.
Sure.
But I mean, he's still very beatable.
Absolutely.
There is a possibility that if he were to win this event, that I might move him to an 8.
Who needs to go louder?
My mom said I just texted her. She said she couldn't hear it. I hate to have to try to predict the winner.
What's up? It's Jerry T sitting in the box with Shannon D. It's a pleasure to be here in Cincinnati, and this pool room is just great, Shannon. I mean, you said great things about it. Michael, who runs the pool room, has really worked out the red carpet for all the players here, for everyone. It's been a great experience.
Well, I was going to ask you that. This is the first time you've done one of my events, period.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, really glad to have you and NYC Grind in the house. It's big things for the tour, big thing for the pool room, and just great all the way around. But getting back to Michael Medley, I mean, is he not one of the best owners that you could ever ask to do business with?
Absolutely. I mean, he's just a great guy across the board. He loves the game of pool. He loves people. He's doing a great job in making sure that everyone's having a great time. And just across the board, the whole entire staff here, everyone behind the bar, and everyone here just great people. So Cincinnati's been great to me.
You get treated like family when you're here. You
Cincinnati's
really
been
do.
great to me over here.
I think this is Alvin's third or fourth one you've done here, fourth tournament here, and it never changes, does it, Alvin? Always just you just can't be treated no better than we get treated here. Now we're all tired, don't get me wrong, and actually this is an early finish for us. But no, I really couldn't be more pleased. I thought we would get a few more players in this, but I mean we got 90 players total in both events, and I'm not going to ever cry about that.
Yeah.
But I think that the weather. The winter weather, there was a possibility of another 4 or 5 inch snowstorm coming through, and I do think that affected us getting some players, especially from the south.
I agree. I think so as well.
But, I wouldn't hesitate as long as Mike likes to have us back here. I'm very content with doing my Tour Championship here for a long time because he does a lot for pool. You got to understand, we do, this is our 5th event we've done here this year.
Okay.
And, he does a lot for pool, adds a lot of money to pool, and just a great guy all the way around.
Well, he comes from a pretty interesting background in terms of pool. He's a pool player himself, and he's been playing a long time. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
I know a lot about Mike Medley. I'll tell you what, not only was he a pool player, he was an unbelievable bank pool player. Well, just to give everybody an example, when he played his very best, John Brumback could not give him a ball, or neither could I, playing bank pool. So he played he played world-class speed playing bank pool, and he done it for a long time.
He's a player from this area, and he won the Derby City Classic.
Right, John's won the Derby City twice, I think. John probably right now would be definitely, I would think, considered the best bank pool player in the world, especially full rack. And this part of the country is where the game is really popular at. But look at the great players you had from this area here. You had Gary Spaeth, who played his game as good as he could possibly be played. Donnie Anderson, who would probably be called the greatest position bank pool player of all times. You had Joey Spaeth, Gary's father. Clem Metz. You had the bank pool lineup goes on forever. But back to Mike. Mike played them all. He's played Bugs at here. He's played everyone. He didn't really duck anyone when Mike was playing all the time.
That should sound just right now. You gotta just talk a little bit.
Well, I was watching him play a little bit yesterday, and I know he's not really serious right now. He's having fun. He's just messing around with some of the players and all that. But I was watching him play, and he still looks like he plays real good right now. How does he play now?
Well, of course, Mike. There's a couple of things about Mike a lot of people don't know. For one, he's 70 years old, and he works a 70-hour-a-week job. Besides owning his program, Mike he's a GM at the Hyundai dealership here in Cincinnati, and has been now. He's been a GM in this town at the car dealerships for going on 30 years. So, I really don't know how he does it. The hours this guy puts in per week between his full-time job and this room, I'm going to guess the guy works 120 hours a week.
Wow.
And he's been doing it 30 years, so, it's unbelievable.
So here we are watching Alex Olinger and Kenn Tran. Did I say that right, Kenn Tran?
Kenn Tran, yeah, Kenny is he's a pool player, but Kenny's an entrepreneur. He owns in Frankfort, Kentucky. He owns a Baskin Robbins franchise. He also owns a restaurant that he owns the whole shopping center in. But Kenny loves pool. It's just really what Kenny is. Kenny's not here for the money.
Right.
Kenny's here because he wants to win. If you've noticed, even while the hot seat match and stuff is going on, you see Kenny's been hitting balls all day, all weekend.
I'm watching it.
Yes.
Wow.
Kenny gets everything he's got out of his game, and there's a few people maybe could question his rank a little bit, but if you look at the matches and the scores, there've been a lot of matches he's won, either been on the hill or within one game. And like I said, there's a possibility that I might could raise the guy to an 8 at the next event, but I really don't see that I've had any reason to so far when he's played 10 events and maybe had 1 7th, 8th finish. I just don't feel like that's a reason to raise a guy.
Fair enough. I heard he's pretty good on the bar tables, but that doesn't necessarily reflect
Bar table 8.
On a 9-foot table, it's a different story.
Bar table 8 ball is probably his best game. I'm trying to look over and see if now they're still playing in the finals. I can't see the score from exactly where we're at. That is Jeremy. In the 8-ball finals is Mike Brown from Dayton, Ohio, and Jeremy Seaman from Battle Creek, Michigan. Both tremendously good 8-ball players. Where are we at in our score?
So
what is it?
3-1 right now. Alex is ahead.
3-1, Alex?
Yeah. So Kenny has to go to 7 games?
Kenny goes to 7, Alex goes to 10. So really right now we have Kenny needs 6 games, Alex needs 7. If he gets out here, it's an even race to 6. It don't get a lot closer than that.
Well, all right.
I'm curious to see how Kenny will hold up in this situation. Kenny plays, APA, plays a lot of smaller tournaments and stuff like this, but ooh, that's a big miss right there. You can't miss those balls in Big Kenny now, I will say that. But I think Alex, Alex is hard to believe, but as young as he is, but he's almost like a little veteran, you know what I mean? He's been in the finals and been in this spot a lot of times. And somebody like Kenny that even is a good player, if they're not used to being under this heat, and you know what, just little simple things like us sitting over here watching them and commentating and the lights and everything like that and the cameras, it's a little different pressure, than just your average weekly tournament.
Certainly, it makes sense.
But I was very surprised to see Alex miss that 6-ball right there. I mean, that's a big.
He's been playing phenomenal, especially on getting down to the last few shots. He's been clutching them out, and that was a huge miss.
Well, that's a big miss. I mean, the score's going to. If Kenny gets out now, all of a sudden, instead of it being 4-1, an even race to 6, now Kenny, now it's going to be a 7-5 race. That's a big difference.
Yeah, 3-2, and it would be a 7-5 race. That's absolutely right. Wow. Now, Kenny's eyeing a long distance 7-ball. Do you think he's going to follow this or draw this back to the center of the table?
I think he's going to come out with high left.
Okay.
Can't read now he's kind of looking to draw. He could even go rail first here, but I would think he would hit it with high left and come back out over around where the 8 is at. He's hitting it with high left. 1, 2. Oh, if he don't get on top of it, got perfect.
Now would you just draw this back, or would you float up and follow?
Well, it depends how much angle he's got. If he's almost straight in, he can just draw it right back to the rail, and that appears to be what he's doing. If not, he'll just go to the bottom rail and bounce back up. Just all depends how much angle he's got on the 8. Looks like he might be going to roll to the bottom rail and then back up. He did. I don't know if that's hard enough.
Yeah, he punched that a little too hard.
I don't know. No, well, he come up to play position for the side, but he didn't get there. This is no good here.
I don't know if I would have played for the side pocket. What's wrong with shooting it down the corner?
I think that you're really supposed to play for the corner there,
yeah, right?
and take, he hit the ball pretty good. He just a little bit too easy, and now he's in serious trouble where he could have just went either way. He could have drew over to the rail and took the shot on the 9, or just followed to the bottom rail and spun back up close to the 9 and shot it down straight in the corner. I think that was just a little bit of an unforced error there. But again, that's where I was talking about how will he handle this heat.
So do you think that the pressure of the situation had an effect on the outcome of that shot? Is that too early to see?
It's a little too early. It's a little too early to see. I don't think it was a plus. Well, apparently it wasn't. He popped it right in across the corner. Well, that'll answer that question for us, Jerry.
Absolutely right. So
it appears to me we've got a winner in the 8-ball division there, and I guess they will come tell me. I wish I could go announce it, but I believe we do have a winner in the 8-ball division. Fill you guys in on that as soon as I get told here in just a second. Mike? Score?
You gotta talk as close to you.
Okay, just updated the score. It's 3-2. Kenn Tran is.
Guys, we do have a winner.
Alex Olinger. Shannon, please fill us in on what's going on at the 8-ball.
We do have a winner in the 8-ball division. Mike Brown from Dayton, Ohio, just won it in a 1-set finals. Come down to the final 2 games. Mike was going to 6, and Jeremy Seaman was going to 8. The score ended up being 6-6. So we do have a winner in the 8-ball. That's also his. Mike Brown's been playing with us now ever since I've been coming to Ohio, 5 or 6 years, and that's his first win on the GSBT.
That's awesome. 1 second, Alvin, please sit in for me. I'd like to take a picture of the winners. We'll keep this show rocking and rolling. We are live. We're keeping it moving here at Michael's Billiards. Where is this? Fairfield? This is Cincinnati.
We're in Fairfield, Ohio,
Fairfield.
basically Cincinnati. We're about 20 miles north on I-75.
It's the most northern part of the
Cincinnati.
Great Southern Billiard Tour.
Correct, as far as we go north. Guys, I'm going to have to step away after this game for a few minutes to get some players paid and get some banners and stuff laid out for pitchers.
Do it.
But it'll only be just a game or so, and then I'll be back and we'll sure finish this thing up. I expect nothing more than a real good match here. And it'll be a long, hard, tough, fought match. But I need to get over here and get these guys some money. Get some ready for some pitchers, because there's a couple of guys got a long drive home tonight, like Jeremy Seaman and them live in Michigan, and I'm thinking they're going to drive home, so I don't really want to keep them here no longer than we have to.
All right.
But viewers, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Give it back to Alvin for just a few minutes, and I'll be back with you momentarily. Thank you all very much for hanging out with us tonight on the GSBT.
All right, my friend, you heard him. He's coming back. The Cannon Hall of Famer, runner of the show here. And you're stuck with me again. It's you and I again, computer. Hello. All right, here we are at the finals of the Great Southern Billiard Tour Championship. Alright, we're here enjoying this match. He's got a very difficult shot on the 3-ball here. It's close enough to the rail, fortunately for him, that he should be able to clip it one way or the other. Nice, he was going at the 9-ball. Very creative. Fortunately not on the menu today. Left it right in the hole. Exactly does that mean? Freeze frame. I just don't understand that. Is that some like 5th dimension thing? Okay, Kenn Tran here, running out for your viewing entertainment here at InsidePool.tv, nycgrind.com. Blasting into your mind wherever you are on the ball, around the globe. This is your space brother, World Alvin from Inside Pool, and I'm glad to be here with you. Yeah, man.
You let me do it a minute ago, but
Yeah, you're all good, man. Whatever cord you need. Oh, he's going at the 9-ball. I thought he was playing that. Here it is. 3-3. glad I didn't bet against this guy. Everybody wants to, everybody has a game, everybody has a move. He's dancing and playing pool next to me, singing this song. Alex O with the 9-ball deluxe. Takes it 4-3. There he made the corner ball and the 1 ball. And the 2 did not lay up though. But he is still shooting, which is always a plus. Spear in hand. Alex Olinger surveys the battlefield. See which move he would like to play at this point in time and space. See if he can go beyond time and space. Oh, look at this. That would have been a beyond time and space shot, wouldn't it? It's not looking very happy here. Should be you on there, man. That should be you playing on there.
What's the name next time?
Oh, that's right.
Here you go, Alex. I'm going to leave it in the hole for you. And enjoy the rest of your night. Courtesy of me. Here, let me give you the key to my car. All you got to do is hit a spectacular bank and run out. Easy. Easy from here, says Lewis. Alex over it is up 5-3. Alright, there will be some action sets with Ken and Lewis.
What's your last name?
Altice, that's right, who we watched play earlier. So Ken and Lewis are going to play on the TV table some sets after the stream, so you can hang out and check that out too. Of course, this may go double sets. You never know with Alex Olinger. See how he's playing. Ken's playing good, but he's getting funny. He's getting funny on his shots here. So. I'm going to play you right after this game. I'm dead serial. Tim Heath. He ain't scared of nobody. Set himself up for a really tough cut or a bank. Fairly easy bank, actually. Or a nice little safety, which he did not execute properly. I shoot at that ball. Not many people tonight. 130. So.
Okay, Alvin, I'm back. Just had
All right,
to get some
wonderful.
finalizations and some pictures there for the 8-ball winners.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jeremy's got about a 5-hour drive back to Michigan tonight through the snow, and I didn't want to keep him here no longer than we had to because I know what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
So where do we stand at, Alvin? What's the score,
We're
buddy?
at 6-3, and Ken is up to bat here, and he's trying to take himself to the winner's circle.
Alex is ahead 6-3.
Yes, sir.
So we have what we really have is a race to 4 from right here
Race to 4
for all the marbles.
at the Great Southern Billiard Tour here at Michael's Billiards. A really nice pool room. It's meticulous. Everything's clean. I don't see any dirt. Have you seen one speck of dirt anywhere?
Well, I mean, if you notice, even when Mike's worked all day today at the car lot, the first thing he done when he come in was went around, straightened all the chairs, anything that was sitting out. I mean, they do a patrol around here. If you'll notice, about every 20 or 30 minutes, you'll see either Michael, if he's here, or an employee come through and take care of everything. That's the reason, you know, he's been in the business so long, is because he does things correctly.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's spick and span. The tables are all perfect condition.
A lot of people don't know this too, but a couple of these diamonds that's in here was the very first set of diamonds that was ever made that come from the Lexington All-Star Open in
I saw
Lexington,
it.
Kentucky.
I saw there's
So
one
some of
over
these
there.
tables is over 20 years old.
Yeah, the Pro Billiard Tour table.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that earlier. I didn't know that was from the original run, though.
The original run.
Wow.
It sure was. Actually, Michael was the first. He was Greg Sullivan's biggest customer when he first opened up for Diamond Billiard products.
Nice.
Mike was the first pool room that started carrying diamond tables. But he's worked on all these tables. You know, he has them redone twice a year. He's meticulous with what he does. All the new rubber. They've got all the, you know, everything on them's new.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And you've also noticed he's got any size pockets that you want throughout the building. You know, we didn't play on 3 tables because he's got a couple of 4-inch pockets, a couple of 4 and 8-inch pockets, different, you know, for different type games. Now, all of these are just standard pro cut that we're playing our tournaments on, just like
Sure.
they would be in a regular 9-ball event.
But the angle of attack on these Diamond 1 tables is, you know, the angle that you got to put the ball in, it's a little different than every other table, don't you think so? The line, the run at the pocket, just the way that the pockets are cut. It's kind of like a, you know, like.
You know, I'm not really for sure, but I know Greg was up here the last time we had an event, and him and Michael was going over it. So I would think, you know, I don't know what specs they're by, because you know Greg tinkers with that stuff all the time,
Sure.
all the time too.
The great playing tables, though, for sure, absolutely. Okay. All right, so now,
7-3, is that correct?
it's amazing how fast things go, and you can look away for 1 second. They're up 2 racks, so
Right.
we'll see where he moves the coin here. Because both you and I were just distracted there. Let's see what we have. We have, yep, he's at 7-3.
Did he just move it? So 7-3.
7-3.
7-3, Alex.
Get it up.
Alex
Get it up,
needs
dude.
3 games to make it go an extra set. Kenn Tran needs 4 to stop the extra set.
Okay. All right, good. All right, very good. Yeah, I'll get it there here in a second. This is Ken's weak spot here is his break, and I was talking to him about it too, and he admits that That
Well, he
didn't look
made-
too bad there.
Made the 9, but it doesn't count. Playing rack your own balls, it doesn't count in the bottom 2 corners. It counts in the 2 sides and the 2 up corners, but it does not count in the 2 bottom corners playing rack your own.
Okay, so the 8 ball actually landed on the spot.
Now, if this shot interferes with his shot, he does not. He can spot this after the shot. I probably need to let them know this rule.
Yeah,
Hold on
do
one
it.
second.
Okay.
You know the rule on that is if it interferes with his shot, if you shoot this shot, it can spot the 9. If it interferes with his shot. Well, like, in other words, if he decided he wanted to shoot the combination, but can't hit this side of the deuce, if you shoot it, you can spot it. In other words, long as it don't interfere with what you're trying to do on that shot, so that's up to you to get that option. Just a little rules clarification there. Like I told them then, that he has the option to spot the 9 after this shot because the 9 is interfering with the shot that he would normally shoot. So you should not, no way, be penalized because you made the 9 on the break. So now he can shoot his normal shot and then the 9 will spot.
All right, that's good.
Because if not, you would be getting penalized because you made the 9 on the break, and that's not fair.
Sure, but you can make the 9 in the top pockets.
Or the sides.
Top 2 pockets or the side 2 pockets.
Right.
Just not in the bottom.
Right.
And then it's lucky day if that happens.
I guess he's trying to figure out what to do. I looked at it here, and he's got a possibility of playing the 2-5 combination. It's a very tough shot, but I think that's what Kenny's looking at.
Yeah, that's what he's
now.
looking at.
You could either do that, or you could possibly kick to the rail and go to the deuce, and then back behind the 5 on a little kick safe. But you know, the way he's looking at it, looks to me like he could be playing the combination. Or
Yeah, he's definitely going to play the 5.
Yeah, he did play the 5 and made it. Now, see, if the 9 would have spotted then immediately, he would not have been able to shoot that shot. So now the 9 spots up, just where it was, and the game will continue.
Nice. That's the right way to do it.
It's the fair way to do it.
Took you a long time to develop. Your systems work really well, though. You know, your tournaments run really smooth. I never hear any complaints about rules or anything. A couple players that always complain.
Anytime you're dealing with a handicap event, I mean, you know, you're going to have questions over the rules. I mean, not over the rules, but over the handicaps is what you get more questions on than anything. But I mean, we've been doing it long enough now. We've got it, you know, so solid. And I always, you know, I tell everybody in the players' meeting, if I do see that I've got someone underranked or overranked, we reserve the right at any time in the event to move a player up or down. And what that does is just protects all the players. It keeps anyone, you know, from coming in here that's a little incognito that we didn't get an exact perfect line on, and it stops someone from coming in and stealing the tournament.
Sure.
But
Which I've seen happen before.
You can go back on the tournament chart and look. I mean, I'm going to say that probably over 50% of the matches today, since we've started at 1 o'clock today, has been heel-heel. And when you've got, you know, when you're running 50% of matches getting within a game or going heel-heel, you just don't get it much more fair than that.
Absolutely, it's great. Yeah, and I've seen players come into other tournaments and steal them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that guy's here. And they're like, I've never seen him before. Does he play good? Oh my gosh, he'll beat Johnny Archer 5 times in a row.
That's exactly correct.
Oh, I've never heard of him. Well, you're going to hear of him today, my friend, because he's taking the whole money.
Our whole goal on the Great Southern Billiard Tour is for everybody that shows up to pay an entry fee to feel like they've got a chance to at least compete. I mean, you know, we all know it's a pool tournament, and we know a lot of people that plays probably knows they're not going to win, but they do want to feel like that they've got a chance to place in the money or, you know, get their best bang they can get for their dollar. And that's what we try to do, and I'm very, very happy. We have tweaked this handicap system now about 4 different times in the last 4 or 5 years. And all in all, I'm real happy with where we're at right now with it.
Yeah, it's great. That's why I always say yes, I'm going to definitely show up for these tournaments because they're always fun. And we usually have some 15s. Is that what your top AAA rated, or 13?
Occasionally, once a year, we'll do a big event, and I'll open it up and let anyone play. You know, you can go to 13. I mean, because the
13.
caliber players we've got here with Alex Olinger and people like Jeremy, Shannon Murphy,
Sure.
Danny Smith, all the guys like that. I mean, no matter who it is, they're not over a 2-game underdog to anyone in the world playing 9-ball.
Absolutely.
So that's why, going to 13 is just unbelievable. Oh, man, look at that. Wow. Boy, that could be a costly one. That could be a costly one.
Now you actually are a 13, and we did one of your tournaments where there was a lot of 13 players. There was
I won one of the
tons of
events.
them.
I won
Yeah,
one of
you
the
won
events
it
one
for
time. It was
sure.
a 13, but it's I'll tell you what.
And ran the tournament.
It's almost impossible to do. I mean, Johnny and everybody was there at the tournament you're talking about.
Yeah,
And,
Larry and
Larry
Tony.
Naylor. Yeah, there's a lot of good players there.
What's that guy's name? That Tony.
Watson.
Yeah, Tony Watson.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to open
DJ.
it up and let all the top players play all the time, but I think it intimidates a lot of your weaker players, no matter what they go to. They just say, "Oh, well, if Earl or Johnny's there, or you're playing there, we just don't feel like we have a chance." And I mean,
But your handicap works though, even for those top players.
It does, but we just basically just try to keep it
11 and under.
right, 11 and under. Yeah,
We keep it in the PG rated
correct.
tournament here.
I really hope something goes good for men's professional pool.
Sure.
I really hate to say this, but I've been playing a long time, Alvin, and it's probably at the bottom that I've seen it in my career that I've been playing. And I can't really put a finger on it of what it is, but I just think it all boils down. If we don't get this game on television some kind of way, we're in bad trouble.
Yeah, but we can't give away, all the marbles just to get it on television either by giving up everything.
You can't give up full exclusive
know what I mean?
rights and let the people that's already
where
got
they
all the
run
big
it,
money
keep it all.
sticking it in their pocket versus starving the players to death.
Just because you're on TV.
And that's what we've been faced with now for several years, and I think the women has finally hit that realization too. Everybody always asks me, well, how come you see the women on the TV on ESPN and stuff so much? Everybody don't know what goes on behind the scenes about people paying for their own production costs and all of that, and of what all it takes to put an event on TV.
Absolutely. But
Well, he come up and tried to tell me something else different, so you get that straight.
Well, these live streams certainly do help the exposure of pool. There's all kinds of people floating in the door right now that have never seen pool from Ustream, and we're doing our part here.
Sure are, and I'm
travel around.
really glad to have you guys too. Really
Always
glad to have you guys.
Always great to be here with
A lot
you,
of work
Shannon, and
goes
hanging
into
out.
a lot of work goes into this stuff. People don't realize how much is work. I mean, we've been here since Thursday, and I've been in this pool room 16 to 17 hours a day since Thursday.
Oh yeah.
And you guys have been here right with me ever since Friday. So, and you've
We're
had some
rocking
car
it.
trouble coming up. So I mean, it just
Sure.
a lot goes on to make a show like this happen.
It really is. It
This
takes a
ain't
lot.
just something that you just decide you're going to have on
Magically.
on a Tuesday and put it together next Friday.
Yeah, but it's all worth it. And,
That's exactly correct, Stu. A friend of mine sitting over on the side who also just finished third or fourth. Where'd you finish at? Fourth. Finished fourth. He said if it was easy, everybody'd be in this business.
absolutely.
And so, believe it or not, some people does think it's real easy also. But man, I can sure promise that it's not.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing here. Go ahead.
We're going to try to get this chat back working. I know there have been some people trying to ask some questions, and it's going in and out on us, but we'll have it back up here momentarily, hopefully. Alex just hit 8, so Alex needs 2. Here we go. Who holds an iron? Steve Lomax. Hello, Steven. How you doing, buddy?
Gotta get this set up here. This is hard to do with one monitor.
Yes, we'll be all right. That's good right there. It's good.
It's not that easy.
Not they don't work that easy.
It's not that easy. Yeah, we'll get it there.
You can tell I'm a computer genius.
That's all right. All right, so our score first.
Alex has got 8. I think it's 8-4, isn't it?
Looks like he's already done.
No. He just moved it to 8.
Okay. See if we can do all these little moves here.
So it's 8-3.
I believe so, yes. Oh, no, we're at 4 now.
8-4, yes.
Yeah,
that's
he
what I
moved
thought.
up too. It all happened so quickly here at the Great Southern Billiard Tour Championships. Which you can check out on Facebook and keep updated on all their tournaments. There it is.
I see Big Jamie there. It's Big J, I think. Jamie, we'll be back there sometime after the first of the year. I just got to give it Johnny. It'll be sometime after the Derby City Classic, probably when we're back up here.
I'll put it back on. Guy must be on a break.
Who's up? Yeah, I think Kenny took a quick restroom break.
Yeah.
I'm going to get us something to drink out.
Go
You want
for
a
it.
Coke or something?
Yeah, I'd love one, thanks. Shannon Dalton's getting me a Coke. You know you're moving up in the pool room, the pool world. Shannon Dalton's going to get you a drink. Yeah. Now you're good.
Back live with you here at the Great Southern Billiard Tour.
Yeah.
I see someone just asked me if Bucky is here. Actually, he is. Bucky Suvatong is here. I think he finished like 9th through 12th.
He's actually standing right next to you.
Yeah. Steve, it's been raining, snowing, sleeting. I think the temperature, the high here today, Steve, was 26. It's supposed to get down to about 9 tonight.
Oh, that's warm.
Needless to say, it may have trouble even getting back to the room if this stuff turns to solid ice.
Which is like 400 feet away, so we definitely might be. Might have to slide me down the hill and get me back to the hotel.
It's not very far, but you don't have to go far if it's on solid ice. A little weak there. Hit that one there, just a touch weak.
Touch on the weak side.
A little on the weak side. Probably just going to have to cut this ball in and come back across and take your shot on the 5. You don't want to get over fancy with this ball here. Probably come over just about to the middle diamond on that side rail above the 6. Steve, that's pretty cold for down there in Georgia.
28 in Georgia. Now, Shannon, you being a champion player, Hall of Famer, and what is like when you say you were in Alex's shoes in your game, you know, at the point where he's at, where you're practicing all day long. I mean, what was your, when you were at your top coming up, when you really were about to step up to top 20 speed like Alex is here, real close, you know, were you practicing 6, 7, 8 hours a day? What was your, or were you just naturally that good?
Alvin, I probably played from the time I was 6 or 7 years old to the time I was 16 or 17 years old. I probably played 8 to 10 hours a day.
Wow.
Every day that I possibly could, as long as my mom, you know, Dad would always let me go to the pool room, but Mom wanted to make sure that schoolwork was done and stuff like that. Of course, we had some battles with that, but no, when I was a kid, I put as much time in on the table as you possibly
Wow, that's
could.
amazing.
And you've got to do that. You know, anytime, if you're going to try to be the best at something, it's not
Sure.
it's not going to come easy.
And you've won countless titles, I'm sure, and that's and then there's even a higher level than that you had to go to, I'm sure, just mentally. When you're playing the top players in the world, it's all about the mind.
A lot of this game is mental toughness, especially when you know, when you do get at the very top. I mean, you know, the players out there are just so strong, and everybody is so solid, and everybody's mental game is so good now that, you know, and you lose a lot. I mean, you know, you're going to lose a lot of tournaments until you do get that mental toughness.
Sure. And what really took you to that
Just
point in time?
just competing a lot, being fortunate enough to compete in all the big events at a young age, and making those bad mistakes, making those mental errors, and
Sure.
really getting to the, you know, 7th, 8th spot, 5th, 6th spot in a pro event, and just do something, just go brain dead and lose. You know, once you do that 5 or 6 times or 10
Sure.
times, dozen times, you know, they say you always learn from your own mistakes, and that's truth.
Well, there you have it. Secrets of the mind of a champion.
Well, Alex is on the hill here. You said
He
we're
sure
going to go
is.
2 sets, and it does appear
Yep.
that it'll be that way,
Yep.
which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. Goes to show how close it is again, and it also goes to show, you know, maybe go back to people talking about Kenn Tran being a 7. This right here perfectly shows he should
Absolutely.
be a 7, right?
Absolutely.
I concur.
Yep. So it's what you want to do.
It's happening, boss. Go ahead.
We went down to Iowa a couple weeks ago, Shannon, and down there catching them saw guy.
Box with Shannon Dalton here at the 2013 Great Southern Billiards Tour Championships here at Michael's Billiards. And we're watching Kenn Tran versus Alex Olinger, 2 really strong players. Kenn Tran is in at the 7, and Alex is at the 10. So right now,
Alex
is on the hill.
Yeah.
He has 9 games out of the 10 he has to win, and right now he's eyeing up.
Win number 1 for the first set. I do want to go back and mention this again. Don't forget, this boy lost his 2nd match. If he wins this match, it'll be 11 in a row that he has come back and won in this field. And you've been here and seen this. How hard is that to do? It might be harder to win 11 consecutive matches here than it would be to win 11 in a row at the Derby. With this handicap is so tough.
Yeah, this handicap is definitely tough.
Every match is within a game.
Yeah. Wow.
But that just goes to show that Alex is playing good, solid pool, and when he gets a chance at the table, he gets out.
He gets out.
I mean, this boy's wanting to win. Look at the concentration of that boy's face right there. He ain't thinking about being on a beach somewhere. He's not thinking about what he can buy with this money. He is thinking about that 6 ball, now the 7, the 8 and 9, and he won't even think about the next set until he shoots that 9 in the corner pocket. This guy here has come a long ways in the last 2 years, boys. Jerry, I believe we're going 2 sets, my friend, unless just something crazy happens. We're headed to overtime. Thank you. Good shooting, Mike.
Get together this spring, man.
All right. Well, with the pocketing of this 9 ball, Alex Olinger wins the first set in this true double elimination format.
I'm going to ask them and tell them they can have a 5-minute break if they need to.
Okay.
Looks, I guess they just figured that out. They didn't put the coin in there. Guys, we're getting ready to be back in action. If you guys need to take about a 5-minute break, you can. It's up to you guys.
I love it. Like 2 warriors
They're
in a
ready
cage
to go.
in the middle of a street brawl, of a fight. They're not stopping now.
No stopping now. Wow. I actually thought Kenny might want to take a little break after, Alex played real good on him there, and Kenny made a couple little mental errors. If it would have been me and I lost a set like that, and I know I done it because it's a couple of unforced errors and stuff like that, I would have took me a 10-15 minute break, went and washed my face, went and got me something fresh to drink, maybe get a towel, wipe your face off and stuff like that. Regroup.
Yeah.
It's like boxing. That's why they have a break in between rounds. When you get tired of getting beat on, you need to refresh a little bit.
That makes sense. Wow, squatted the rock right
Set
in
it
the middle
down
of the
as
table.
good as you can go right there. Anything go, he made the 7 ball, looks to me like, Jerry.
Has it up.
Guys, we're going to try to get this chat back up here momentarily for everybody, where I can see some questions there that you guys have been asking.
All right, we have the chat.
Right there. Uh-oh.
No, just 1 second.
That'll work right there.
So the question, Pool Shark 2012. I shoot pool on a regular basis with a guy who says, Shannon from his younger days. I like that they're playing. I don't know what do you think he's talking about right there?
I don't have any idea. I've been playing, all over the country for my whole life, so it could be anyone, I would like to know who it is. Maybe if the guy's still on there. Who might we be talking about knows me from my younger days?
Yeah, Pool Shark. Let us know. We got Shannon here willing to chat. So right now we just begun the second set of this true double elimination format of the finals of the Southern Billiards Tour. This is an exciting event. This is an exciting tour. This is my first time that I made the trip down here and had the experience of hanging out with Shannon and taking the whole thing in. And I learned a lot. I didn't know how many tour stops that Shannon had. I didn't know a lot of different things, and it was really great. for me to have that perspective, because I gained a lot of respect for Shannon. And Shannon, I just want to let you know, man, you know, you're a hard-working dude, man, and I know that you sacrificed a lot.
People really don't understand what it takes to go into this. They really don't. I mean, you know, they think you just show up. A lot of people do. Well, I mean, the guys that sat there with me all the time knows how much I travel.
Yeah.
And, you know, time away from home and stuff like that. No, there's a lot goes into it. And like I said, I'm glad you got to come and experience it firsthand.
Yeah, for sure. And everyone really had a great time across the board. You know, the players, that, you know, I didn't hear any complaints. So, awesome.
I had people that didn't even get in the money that actually texted me earlier today and stuff and thanked me for hosting the event and said that they can't wait to come to another one. And, you know, when stuff like that happens, it makes you feel like you are doing a good job.
Yeah, kind of like fuel. Keeps it going.
Tell you what, boys, this Alex is on a roll. You get it right on the head there, Elvin. He really is on a good roll. Playing good. He's playing solid.
So Alvin takes the first game of the second set. Here we go. I'm going to change the score right now, guys. Bear with me.
Yeah, if you've got action, you can. Just take it all and lay it right over there, and I'll use another table for pictures in a few minutes.
He has one.
Do what?
Alex has one game.
Just take it and lay it over on that table, and then I'll move it when we need to take pictures again. Just take it all and set it on that
has
table
to
right
go
over
to
there.
7 games, and Alex
Right beside the camera.
Here we go. The score is adjusted. Alex has a 1-0 lead. Kenny to break.
1-0. Here we go. His name is Bill Dickerson. I know a Bob Dickerson there, Pool Shark. Bob Dickerson from years ago. As far as people got my autograph at the U.S. Open there, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know.
It's a tough question.
It was
I'm sure it's been a lot over the years, you know.
I do know I've never turned down one, so it was quite a few. Corey, don't roll them up, just pull them over there.
Kenny's eyeing up a long distance shot in the 1 ball. I don't know if he's going to try to do too much with the 2, maybe draw back a little bit for the 2 in the side, give himself a little angle to get towards the 3.
The 1 barely goes by the 9, looks to me like. Oh, actually caught the 9 going in. Wow.
Okay.
There we go.
So Pool Shark, we have Shannon the Cannon here right now, wide open. So in the meanwhile, you tell me, what is one of your favorite memories growing up as a kid playing pool? Because you've been playing pool forever. You played all over. What's one of your favorite memories?
Wow, there's so many of them, haven't been. You know, that's a great question, though. I've been asked a lot of questions, and I don't know if that's it. I mean, I can go all the way back to where I actually remember the very first tournament I won when I was 8 years old, and then I won the Kentucky State Championship when I was 15. I mean, I guess one of my fondest memories of all times and all the stuff that I've done in pool, I would have to probably say be probably 91. Either there's a couple of them, like I said, it's huge, but probably 91 when I won my first Legends of One Pocket and beat Steve Meserak in the finals. That was one. And then in 92, I won my first Pro 9-ball event where I defeated Nick Varner. Those are, anytime your first wins, your first major wins over 2 players of that caliber, and me being 19 years old, those are ones that goes about it. I've got so many great memories, you know, like my dad teaching me how to play and all the time we went traveling. My dad used to bring me to Michael's up here for action and stuff when I was 12, 13 years old. You know, we're talking 26, 27 years ago. So, I mean, I've been friends with Mike Medley a long time, and I got a lot of fond memories of the game. It's been good to me.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Awesome. That's a great answer.
Again, I just like to see somebody get a hold of pool, the right company, maybe the right CEO that really loves the game and quit trying to put a dollar sign on it and take this game and put it in the spotlight that some other games has got. I mean, pool just never got the respect that it deserves. And this game is very hard. There's nothing about to play this game at a high level. It's as tough as any of the other sports are. And a lot of people says pool's not physical. Well, come out here and play 12 hours a day, bent over at a 90-degree angle for 3 or 4 straight days under every shot you shoot. If there's extreme pressure, come do that for 3 or 4 days or a week-long tournament, 10 days, like at the Derby, and let me know if you're tired the next week.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And it's a mental...
Or sore, correct.
Mental drain as well. Like in reality, at the end of the set, mentally, you're a little drained, I would say.
I've often wanted to know just how far if a guy plays. You know, say that this tournament here we started today at 1, we're going to be done about 1, so that's 12 hours today.
Yeah.
We've been rolling 12, 13 hours a day every day.
Yeah.
Of just how many steps and how far you do walk around a pool table in a 12-hour session.
No, that's a good point.
And you also, like I went back to this, 75% of the time your body's at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
I mean, believe me, this game will test your lower back.
Yeah. It certainly will test your lower back.
It sure will. And your feet, and your legs, and your stamina, and your mental capacity. It'll give you the whole test.
Yeah. I have the tendency of jumping up when I'm not playing a lot, and I also noticed that not only is it muscle memory, but also focus. Like I'm just so used to being focused and waiting until the ball goes in the back of the pocket.
Right.
And when I'm not playing, I'm not as focused. I haven't really conditioned that same
when you've not
the same
been,
flow.
The same thing goes for me, Jerry. That's always been one of my problems, and where I don't practice as much. If you're in dead stroke and you're playing all the time, that pretty well goes away. But when you're just getting back into it and everything like that, staying down is one of the most important things you can possibly do.
Yeah, definitely. That's my biggest weakness.
Big Alex is rolling, guys. Kenny's going to have to do something to stop this train.
Alex is playing great. I've been watching him play, and over this last weekend, he's consistently come with clutch shot after clutch shot, and it's been impressive.
If he wins this tournament right here after losing his second match, believe me, this young man deserves the money and the title for sure.
Yeah, no question. I agree. I definitely agree.
He got second a couple years ago against Johnny, didn't he, in this? Or was that the Carolina Open?
That was the Carolina Open.
Now, I believe that Alex won a big APA situation. I don't know if it was a singles or
I think
a team.
he did win the national singles last year, I believe.
Yeah.
He's done very good. He's had a remarkable year. I mean, but he gets out and hits the road and puts his feet down. I mean, he won Olathe back to back. He won the Brickyard tournament. He's won a lot of good events. Alex has really developed. But that's what it. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's all he does. Eat, sleep, and breathe pool. But I keep telling guys, a lot of guys want to know what you can do to get better. You can practice all you want. It will keep you in stroke. It will do things like that. But if you really want to improve your game, you have got to be out here in competition like this. You can never get any better from playing someone that you can already beat. You've got to get out here and stay in competition and stuff like that. And that's one thing about these regional tournaments, whether it's mine or someone else's. It's the best possible experience that you can get. You can put up $50 as an entry fee, and as long as you can keep your travel experiences and stuff down, you're getting the best experience in the world out here. For $50 for a full weekend, and get to play some of the best regional players in the country.
Pretty cheap experience.
Well, I mean, expenses is real high anymore anyway. You kind of got to watch where you stay and stuff like that. I mean, it's just not cheap out here on the road anymore. But still, if people want to know how to sharpen their game and improve their game and do stuff like this guy right here's done, is play these good regional tours. It's some of the best thing you can possibly do.
All right, with Alex.
3-0
Alex.
Alex.
Well, he's taking pretty demanding lead, 3-0. So Alex has to go to 10 games. So Alex needs 7, and from here, Kenny needs 7 as well.
Right now, we got an even race to 7. If Kenny don't do something to slow this boy down, if Kenny don't make a tough shot, come out of a bad situation, he needs to do something to stop this momentum. I mean, it's easy to see. We've sat and watched it since about 2/3 of the way through the first set of last set of the finals. It's just been a downward spiral for Kenny, and you can just see Alex getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
I can't disagree. And over here, back on the chat, Pool Shark said, "You may know him by his nickname Pig."
Bull Shark, honestly and truly, that doesn't ring a bell to me. Very well might know the guy when I see him, but I mean, when you've been out here 25 years like I have, I'll be honest with you, it's just hard to remember everybody's name and stuff. My God, I have a hard enough time doing it from week to week with players.
I like this. We have Seb back here in the chat. We have Seb9 saying, "Immerse yourself in the table. Listen to the sound of the balls. Listen to the balls dropping in the pockets." Right? I love it.
I've played so much pool before, and it happens to me a lot, like at the Derby when we're there 8 or 9 days and play that long. That honest, and I'm sure most of us has done this, that when you go to sleep, you hear balls breaking, you dream about pool. I mean, I've had that happen numerous times.
Wow.
And that goes to show that you're still, even in your sleep, you've got that still in your mind.
Wow.
In your subconsciousness.
It's in your blood. It's in your psyche. It's in. I mean,
It's in. When it gets on you, it's on you. As Keith's famous saying was, it's like a nightmare and it keeps getting worse.
That was a nice break by Kenny, pocketing the ball. You know, he doesn't have a shot. He wasn't fortunate enough to have a shot on the
The one might go cross side. It's close.
Okay.
I actually think it will go. It's close. But just by looking at the camera angles and stuff we have, I do think it probably will go. Got a pretty good little crowd in here tonight for a Sunday night at 11 o'clock. There's, what, 50 people in here? 60? 50, 60 people? Especially, I mean, it's not the best weather outside either. He did make the bank. I thought the bank went, and the 3 was laying in a good enough position where he could shoot at it too. Now, if the 3 would have been on the bottom rail where he couldn't have come around with the cue ball, there would have been no use shooting at it. So there he kind of played a percentage that he knew if he could bank the 1, that he would have a shot on the 3. A lot of times, you know, pool's a lot of percentages. Ooh, a little wobbly there, but it went. I hope Kenny does make a run at it. I'd like to see a real, you know, a real nail biter, maybe a double heel finals or something like that. I think that'd be great.
What would you do here, Shannon?
Probably just try to kill it. I believe I would have killed it and shot it in the other side pocket, but he just elected to come with top right. It was laying natural too, top right, and come 1-2 to the side rail and shoot the 5 in this. And it looks like he's got a good angle where he can just roll down and shoot the 6 in the corner. I think he's just going to roll down and shoot the 6 over there where the 8-9 is. Yeah, just like that. Every game, every ball at this stage of the match is crucial.
Here, Kenny has a nice angle, but he's stretching a little bit.
Yeah, he's all right here. Just roll this ball in, bounce up, shoot the 8 and 9 in the same pocket as that is. Pretty routine here for players like this.
All right, well, Kenny gets on the board here.
No, the skunk's over with, isn't it? No Pepe Le Pew.
We just updated the score line. Alex Olinger is
3 to
In
1.
the set, 3 games to 1. Alex has to go to 10 games. Kenny has to go to 7 games.
He lost the cue ball there, but it bounced, hit both points on the side. Got kind of fortunate there not to scratch. He didn't hit those with his best lick.
So I had Cincinnati chili, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, and I was impressed. Pretty
Truthfully,
good.
did you like it?
Pretty
That's
good.
either a love or a hate
Oh,
situation.
yeah. I liked
because
it a lot.
It had that little hint of cinnamon to it. It's
I
weird
liked
the way that is.
I actually liked it. I liked it. I liked it. I ate it in like 5 minutes. I like scarfed it down. I was pretty hungry.
Yeah, I was too. I was starving. I hadn't had nothing but a order of chicken fries at 2 o'clock today.
I like these tables. I really do. They have character.
Yeah, he does a lot to his equipment. Mike is meticulous. Well, Mike being a player himself is a big thing, but you're not going to come here and, I mean, you got any kind of equipment you want. Of course, you've got all diamonds, but I mean, he's got tables cut for one pocket action, for bank action, 9-ball tables, and then you've got all the tournament tables. It's just basically identical to each other.
Right.
But as far as maintaining the equipment, there's nobody that tries harder than this guy does.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that. I'm impressed.
You know, it's not cheap to maintain 35 or whatever he's got here. I forget how many he does have. I think he's got about 35 tables.
Yeah.
Not very cheap to keep all those maintained in this new tournament Blue 860 smallest. But he's got his own in-house mechanic that he has trained here that's been doing these tables for him for like 15 years.
Wow.
And he was trained from the guys at Diamond.
Nice.
You notice too, there's been action every single night. We're not, you know, the 2 tables of action going on right beside of us now. Somebody's played all night every night we've been here.
No question. I'm impressed. There has been action.
You know, a lot of times when you go to tournaments and stuff anymore, you don't see that.
You
a
don't
lot.
see it.
Not as much
You
as
don't
you do
see it as
anymore.
much.
It's
Not as
always
much.
like that here. There's been something going on here 24 hours a day, with the exception of maybe from 8 o'clock in the morning until noon when we start. Every day we've been here.
You know, everyone seems to be getting along great. There's no problems. There haven't been any issues. And, you know, it seems like everyone handles himself respectively here. So I appreciate that. I think that's awesome.
Well, I do too, and most of my players know. I mean, we never hardly ever have any problems. But I'm just not. If you're going to come and play on our tour, the only thing we want you to do, it may be in an amateur event, but we want you to act like a professional. And I think that's one thing that kind of separates us a little bit, you know. There's not going to be all the sharking and all the bull crap and stuff that goes on. Guys, I can't stress of how important this game right here is for Kenn Tran. There's a big difference in him fighting back in the match from 3 to 2 or versus being 4-1 down. This is a very, very pivotal game here.
Scroll down.
Excuse me.
That click in the ear, that'll hold it.
This room is located in Fairfield, Ohio, and really all that is a smaller city that connects to Cincinnati. We're about 20-25 miles from here to downtown Cincinnati. Michael's Billiards in Fairfield, Ohio.
Alex Olinger is about to jump. Okay.
Oh,
That was an error.
well, Kenny's got to feel fortunate here. If Kenny can come back and get it 3-2 here, now Kenny only needs 5, and now all of a sudden the pressure's back on Alex because Alex needs 7, Kenny needs 5. That's what I was talking about. This is what Kenny needed, was a momentum shift like this. I mean, you can see Alex. Alex knows that. You know, Alex knows the situation. There's a big difference when you're going to 10, the other guy's going to 7, of being ahead 4-1 and barely being ahead 3-2. When you're giving up a big spot like this, you want to try to catch the guy early. Of course, we all know it don't usually, it don't happen like that all the time, but that's what you're trying to do.
It's the game plan.
Correct. Speaking of Cincinnati, it doesn't look like the Bengals has had a very good night. I can't really see the score, but it looks like it's like 35-20 maybe in the football game. TV's on the other side of the room, but it looks like the Bengals is going to be in for a long, cold night.
These tournaments to me are like a marathon. Some events are like a sprint, but like these tournaments are a marathon. You have to have the ability to have patience while you're waiting for matches, the ability to maintain your energy, balance it. And, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, you hit the nail right on the head. You've got to be ready for anything. You're going to have some times where you've got a couple hours in between matches. You're going to be times where you play 3 matches back to back. Like Alex has played it. He was in both tournaments at one time today. Alex has played about, I think Alex has played 8 or 9 matches back to back. He has played every round since noon today. And you just got to be ready for that. That's what we're talking about, the mental.
Every round since noon,
yes.
Yeah, let me just take that in for a second.
Because when we come in today, he was in the 8 ball and the 9 ball.
Yeah. Wow. So, how did you work it if a player was in both the 8 ball as well as the 9 ball in terms of timing?
In terms of timing, we just you do both draws, and then I'll just start out. I'll play the top half of the bracket in the 8 ball and the bottom half of the bracket in the 9 ball, and then just cross-reference everything. Look and say, well, okay, Alex says he's got a few minutes to play in the 9 ball, so we'll go ahead and play him in the 8 ball. Then try to get a bracket out ahead and just cross-reference everybody like that. I was really happy with the way it went. It went smooth this weekend, and that is really tough to do. I mean, I have went through some scrap paper this weekend writing down who's playing where, I'll tell you that.
Look away 1 second. Lose score, it's so easy to.
Guys, I'm going to step away and use the restroom real quick. Alvin, you handle it for about 5 minutes until I get back. I will be right back, guys. Just give me about 5 minutes. Let me run use the restroom real quick. I'll come back and we'll finish out this 2013 season. For all you players that's out there, I want to say thank you all for your participation and stuff throughout the year. I think we've run 34 events this year in 7 different states. And I really want to say thank you to all the players. And again, all of our sponsors. We have Delta 13, Tiger Cues, Nick Varner Products, Ozone Billiards, Andy Gilbert Custom Cues, Steve Lomax, who's here on the chat. None of this wouldn't be possible without you guys, helping us out throughout the year and stuff like that. And really do just want to give a heartfelt thanks for all you guys. It takes more than just me or Marge or any of us just to put this show on the road. There's a lot of hard work goes into this. And I just want to say a quick thank you to all of our players, participants, and fans. Be back in about 5 minutes, guys.
With Kenn Tran to break, he's trailing 2 games to 3, but Alex needs a total of 10 games. Alex has 3, so he needs a total of 7. And Kenny has 2 games, and he needs a total of 7, so he needs a total of 5 games. So overall, this game is moving, I guess, a little bit in Kenny's favor at this point in time.
Sure.
Because he's regaining momentum. Alex came out of the gate pretty strong, and I believe right now he's a slight favorite to win this final set. Alvin's back in the box. Welcome, Alvin.
Hey, thanks a lot. Yeah, Alex has a stronger break, and I think has more tournament experience, and that's why I picked it to go 2 sets, just because I knew how strong Alex plays. So Ken's really going to have to come deep to win against Alex, no matter what the score. It could be 1 to 2 right now, and I wouldn't count Alex out. Once he starts rolling him, man, he really knows. He really gets in the groove. All these players do. These top amateur players.
I've been very impressed by Alex's game throughout this entire tournament.
He's a good little player.
I agree with Shannon. He's mentioned that he's really come into his own over the past few years. And I can't disagree. I've seen him around a couple different places.
Sure.
And I've been watching him, and I'm impressed.
He plays real nice pool. And he has the support from his family, and, you know, he's all about it. So he wants to be a player. And there it is.
Ronnie Park, I see you
What's
on
up,
the
Ronnie?
chat. Yeah, this is Jerry T here, visiting from NYC.
Yep, he flew into Kentucky Airport. NYC grind, boy,
Good to see you on the
Jerry
chat,
T.
Ronnie. Thanks for supporting. Some good pool we'll get a chance to watch. Kenny bumps the 8, and it's a little tricky here the way he landed. We'll see how he's able to maneuver this. He's real close to the 3. Now the 4, you could shoot the 4 in the side pocket with the angle that he has if the 6 was in the way, but with the 6 blocking it, that's not an option. So you could float down towards the end rail, shoot the 4 in the bottom corner pocket, bottom left corner pocket is an option. But he has, to me, he has an angle moving towards the 4 ball, and I don't know if he's going to be able to hold it. But the way Kenny eyed up positioning with his cue stick, it looked like he may be able to hold it, so let's see what happens. I mean, I don't know how he's going to hold it from here. His angle, he had a great angle, so he went into the 4.
Played it.
All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think he can make it. I think he's looking pretty good from here.
I don't think he can make this ball.
I think he can make it as an extreme cut in the 4, but I like it because he can come off. He can come 2 rails, 1, 2, bump the 8 slightly or in the direction of the 8. Whether he bumps the 8 or comes right up between, no matter what, you hit it at a speed where you don't hit it that hard. You just want to bump the 8.
He may be able to cut it then.
Let's see what happens. He's definitely,
Yeah, he feathered it.
But wow.
It looked a little steeper.
A little tricky.
Goodbye.
Feathers the 7 and goes into the side pocket.
Into the subway.
That was huge. Wow, that's huge. This is a huge game right here. This is a momentum shifter.
Yep.
Because right now, Alex came out of the gate strong. Kenny was feeling good. Look, you could even see he's frustrated because he had it. He feels like he had the momentum. He had it going. And now that he scratched in the side pocket, Alex has an opportunity here with ball in hand to look at these 4 balls, try to run them out, and take a commanding 4-2 lead. See what happens.
Yeah, I picked Alex to win this double sets.
Wow, wow, wow. This is an exciting event, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure, it's good. It's a great event. It's always fun. We'll make sure to bring in more players next year. It actually worked out fine with just the amount of players. I mean, look at it now. It's 11 p.m. on Sunday night. This is the finals. It could go another hour. Midnight, and you're done.
I think this was a success.
Yeah.
This was
Finishing
a
up at
success.
midnight. We're not starting the finals at 5:30 a.m., which has happened during one of Shannon's events before. Several of his events have started at 5 a.m.
Pockets to 9. 4-2 Alex.
Michaels has the ability, because he has so many tables, to really crank these big tournaments out. Tournament-friendly room, for sure. All right, here he comes, the man with the plan.
Okay, so what have we got there? Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a quick restroom break.
Well, Kenny looked to be running out, and he played a slight position error, feathered the 7 ball and the cue ball in the side pocket. Alex had 4 balls to run out. Alex ran it out, and Alex took a 2-game leads, 4 games to 2. Alex the break.
4-2, so we have a 6-5 race right now. Alex needs 6, Kenny needs 5. Here comes the 7 ball. Little bump on the 1, but I think the 1 got below the side. Got a tough opening shot here. And Jerry, it all depends if the 3-8 is wired. I might cut the 1 in. And you're either going to have to come back across twice and play the combination, or just come that rail the side by the 5 and back where the 1's at and shoot the 3. over in the open pocket. I just can't, tell. I believe he's going to cut the one in though. I mean, that's the 2 on the top rail. There you go. I didn't see that. I didn't even see the 2 ball. Uh-oh, he missed it, but he may have got away with it. The 1 looks like it's laying on the right side of the pocket, and I can't tell if he can get by the 4 enough to make it. If he does, he'll get hung up in traffic, though.
Yeah, this is a tricky shot. Because even if Kenny does make this shot, there's the possibility of hitting the 9, the 8. There's a lot of things.
A lot of traffic. A lot of traffic to come. Looks like he's probably going to go rail first. He did, but he caught the 9, just like we was talking about. Pretty hard to avoid it and make the ball really there. All you can do is make the ball and kind of hope for the best. Could have caught the top half the 9 and come straight up table and got perfect, but sometimes you have to take a chance.
Wow. Kenny has been practicing, even when he's not playing. He's practicing. I haven't seen him eat. Nothing. I mean,
I think he may have went. I saw him eat an orange earlier today. That's what I saw him eat today.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice safety there. He struck well. Went rail first, kicked the deuce to the side rail and back over and hit it good. We're gonna have a little safety battle here. It looks like.
Yeah, because I wasn't heavily on when I came in.
He's trying to get behind the 4. I believe he come up a little. Well, he left a shot, but I tell you what he left here is no bargain.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to get before it. He got in front of it, but
his speed was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, well, he laid right on top of it.
He just wanted to be on the back side of it. But as far as speed goes, it was as good as it could be hit. But, I'm going to be honest with you, Jerry, I'd probably look to maybe even play safe
I
with
would
this
play
ball
safe
here
here as well. I agree with you.
Just nick the 2 to the side rail, put it on the bottom rail, and bring the cue ball downstairs.
Yeah. Because even if you do make this 2, the way you're jacked up over the ball, you're not going to be able to generate enough speed to be able to...
No, you would just have to take another long, tough shot on the 3.
Right.
And the percentage of making this ball, if you do shoot at it and miss it, you're going to sail out for sure.
That's right.
So here I would probably just be looking at getting back to the table some kind of way.
Fair enough. So let's see what Kenny does.
Kenny's a good 8-ball player, too. I mean, he plays a lot of defense and stuff, so I'm pretty sure that I'd be surprised if he shoots to make this ball. That's how difficult this shot was. He just tried to bump it to the side rail.
All right.
And, all he was trying to do was just get back to the table. He just wanted to bump the deuce to the side rail and put the cue ball where it's at. And it's such a hard shot, being jacked up like that he hit it full in the face and sold out anyway.
Alex really is on the right side of almost every hole. He's playing really well. Really good position play.
Good player, very good player. Good boy, too. I like Alex. He's a good guy. I can't pick out any faults he's got. He's just another one of the young up-and-coming players that does just like we all did, eat, sleep, and breathes pool, and wants to be the best player in the world, and he's well on his way. Playing with a ton of confidence, too. His confidence level is just through the roof now.
You've known Alex for quite some time. How have you seen? How has his confidence changed? What have you seen in him?
Well, I mean, like I said, when he started out playing with us, he was just a good, solid regional player. And his game's just continuously progressed. But he's paid his dues. He's getting out of, Alex has been playing tournaments of mine all the way from the coast of North Carolina to South Carolina to South Georgia and all over. He gets out and he beats these roads. He goes and plays all of these tournaments and he stays in action. he's doing exactly what it takes to become a better player. And it's paying off for him in a big way.
Alright, so again, this is Jerry T with NYC Grind visiting Shannon and the Great Southern Billiard Tour. It's been a pleasure. And teaming up with Alvin and Inside Pool Magazine has been awesome. I'm trying to get rid of this. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Right, back in action. I had that stuck on the loop there for a second. I apologize.
Pop our chat back up if you guys can get it up there. See what they're asking us. Ronnie Park, my pleasure. Hey, Ronnie Park, how you doing? Yes, that is Jerry Taranto. You know Ronnie Park, don't you? He's from New York.
Yeah, sure. He was in North Carolina for a little bit, or maybe he's there now.
Guys, thank you guys for the compliments too. And Ronnie Park, you're exactly right. It's not just me. Marge is a big part of this too. Even when she's not here, she's at home doing stuff on the computer, stuff and making flyers, doing Facebook, putting everything up, advertising it every way we can. A lot goes into it. Ronnie, we miss you out here. Got to get you back out and start playing a little bit more, buddy.
Yeah, Ronnie's a good guy. All right, Alex extends his lead. He has 5 games on his race to 10, and Kenny stays at 2 games, and he's trying to get to 7.
So Alex needs 5. It's a race to 5. We've got what you call a race to 5 now, guys. Anybody's ball game. Boy, every mistake that you make from right here will be compounded, I'll tell you that.
All right, Alvin's about to hop back in the booth. I have a little bit of work to do behind the scenes here. It's really been a pleasure sitting in with you, Shannon, and being part of this whole experience. And I'll definitely be back. I'm looking forward to it. And for all you guys who haven't had an opportunity to learn about Shannon's tour here, and you know, all the different pool room owners have stepped up to help support Shannon on his tour. There's like 35 to 40 events a season. It's kind of crazy. No one even comes close. And to me, that's impressive. It's a lot of work. That's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears being out on the grind, traveling around different pool rooms. So all the different pool rooms out there, I just want to say, even though I'm from New York and you guys are in the South and all that, I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. Pool fans appreciate you for supporting Shannon and his tour. And we have an opportunity here to see you guys live online thanks to the internet. It's amazing how anyone from anywhere in the entire planet can have the opportunity.
Come right here and just like to sit here live with us.
It's amazing. So
it is amazing.
I just want to take a moment to appreciate even that and technology and everyone and every single entity that's been involved with helping promote this game.
But you guys do your
I appreciate
part.
it, you know?
You guys do a big part of it also, Jerry. You put in a lot of miles and a lot of time throughout the year also. And it's been a pleasure having you here. Glad you got to come to the Tour Championship, and hopefully we can do it again soon.
All right, thanks a lot, Shannon.
Well, like we said, guys, we're here at a race to 5. Every match, every ball, everything from this point on is very, very crucial. It's the difference in holding the Crystal Trophy and not holding the trophy.
Yes, sir. This is it. This is the end of the year for you, Shannon, and glad to have you here doing the finals. You did the finals last year, too, so that's good.
It's been a long year. It really has been a long year.
Yeah, a lot of traveling for you and myself as well. I travel quite a bit myself.
I know you are all over everywhere all the time.
I'm traveling a lot, just like you.
Wilson's going to have to roll a little bit. He's going to fall just a little short of where he wanted to be here now.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
Now he's got the problem where if he does, if he cuts his 5 in, it looks like he may run into the 9.
Back cut on this 5 ball. This is tough to visualize where the ball's going to land. You know,
well, he might try to shoot
shot,
it in the 7 and draw it behind the 9 and spin out of there. It just depends on exactly how much angle he's got. You got to be careful. You don't want to go into the top rail and catch the bottom side of that 9 full. You could go right in the corner. think the 9's laying out a little far for that, but very crucial shot right here when both players need 5 games.
Yes.
Looks to me like he's going around the back side of the 9.
Sure does.
No, he went into the 9, which it was hard to keep from it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the 6 goes by the 7. This is just a long, tough shot, you know. He's not even taking any time on it. Just
Forward roll.
getting ready to pop it in the hole.
Yeah, it's a sign of a good player.
But you can believe after winning 11 matches in a row, he is fighting for everything in his body.
He's tuned in. Just a nice forward roll shot.
Hit it dead perfect. Good
Nice
shot.
speed.
Good shot. Stayed down good. Fundamentals is good. Everything's good about the way he's playing. He is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Alex, like you said, he eats, breathes, sleeps pool.
Here he's a little out of line here. He fell a little bit on the 50-yard line. He knows
He's got a tough shot here.
Yeah, it's not exactly what he was looking for here. That's where this pool can bite you. You just make one little careless mistake and a cue ball gets away from you a little bit, and all of a sudden something that should have been real easy is now 3 times as hard.
All the hard work
I think
for
he'll
nothing.
be all right. I think he'll be okay with this.
Just gonna really land this ball right. Nope.
You know him getting out of line, that one little foot right
Amplified.
there really come at a bad time here. Now, it looks like the 8 is not right in the jaws. If, you know, the cue ball where it's at, if this 8 is laying on the rail out on the pocket, this is a little more difficult than it looks like here, boys. I mean, we're about 15 feet away from that corner pocket right now, but looks, I believe it just depends if this ball was frozen on that rail or not, so it depends on a lot. He hit it perfect. Good shot. Good shot.
All right. Easy does it.
Alex won the first set, guys, 11-5. We are in extra innings here, 2-set finals of the 9-ball division. The 8-ball division finished up about 1 hour ago. We had a new winner in it also. Mike Brown from Dayton, Ohio, beat Jeremy Seaman in a 1-set finals.
He had some good players play in both of the events.
Had a lot of good players here, a lot of talent here this weekend.
All right, everybody, get ready for Efren versus Earl on Inside Pool pay-per-view live stream January 14th, 15th, and 16th.
That'll be a good one right there. That'll be a real battle there. You're right. Well, guys, we're underway. He made a ball, and I believe he's got a good shot on the 1 ball here. Well, that was a costly error, though. I mean, that little position error he made there, but just by a foot. I mean, you know, it's sometimes it can be the difference in winning and losing a whole tournament like this.
Sure. Luckily for Alex, he's got this scientific breakdown. And now, you always just wailed at him, didn't you?
Well, Alvin,
9-ball, or did you really tune in the corner ball break and all that?
The game
deal?
of 9-ball and the game with the break has changed a lot, as it has in the last 10 years or so. Ever since the soft break come into play, and then they went through all the different details with the racks, with the Sardo tight racks, with the magic rack, with this rack, with that rack.
It didn't used to be like that.
It used to be nothing like that. I mean, you know, I grew up playing what I consider was the greatest players in the world. Your Nick Varners, your Earl Stricklands, Mike Siegels, Buddy Halls. And, you know, the corner ball, yeah, you would make it every once in a while, but back used to, you know, we rack for each other. You go down and check the guy's rack, and you go up there and break the balls. You wasn't guaranteed. There was no such thing as knowing the corner ball's going to go and where the one's going to go and playing position on this ball. The break is not supposed to be a position shot.
So all this technical break tuning is all new.
In this day and time, they have changed it to where it is. That's a, you know, it's just, to me, I hate to say this, but I'm not a fan of it at all.
You're a purist, like Earl.
I think 9-ball was a much better and much more fun game to watch when you've seen the guys. That you don't even hear nobody talk about a guy with a big break anymore. Because if you hit the balls hard, like I grew up doing,
Sure.
your biggest breakers in the country, that
You're
was
not
an advantage to be able to do that.
Right.
Because you had a more powerful break than the other guys.
Sure.
Well, now if you break the balls like that, you're at a disadvantage. Because the guys are just popping them, the corner ball goes
Pattern
straight
racking.
in, pattern racking and stuff. And I really hate to say this, but I really feel like that hit has hurt the game of 9-ball terribly, terribly, terribly bad.
That's an interesting point of view.
Pool is the only sport where you can flip a coin and never get to play except when you're playing alternating breaks. I like what you said earlier, where you're forced to push out.
Right. That's a good rule.
That is a great rule.
They can't hear you back there.
Not okay.
No, it'll just hear a mumble. That's the only problem. If you want to talk, if you like to talk.
I was just stating.
But you couldn't do that. I don't think you can do that in amateur. You might could, but it would make it so much longer. Because now every game, 90-80% of you know.
Make the races shorter.
Could possibly.
Back in action here. Alex Olinger just scored the last game. It is now 6-3.
Now we have a race to 4.
It's coming down to it here.
It's going to get down to the wire, just like, I was really hoping, honestly. There's nothing would thrill me more than to end this 2013 season with a double hill match. To me, I just don't think it can get any better than that.
Absolutely. Well, he sure isn't going to get there with leaving Alex Olinger a shot on the 1 ball in this upper right-hand
I
pocket.
don't know if it goes by.
I don't know either. It's
I
tough
think I
to say.
said 2. I don't know if it goes by.
Yeah,
the 2
he would
or not.
already. Yeah, he would already step
He's
down
close.
on it.
He's eyeing it right now.
What's this?
But we are here rocking and rolling on a race to 4. Tell you one thing, I am one tired puppy. And I'm sure you guys are too.
Yeah, it's been definitely a grueling. I've been getting here at 5:30, 6 every morning.
Yep,
Stay until midnight.
at least.
Yeah. You've been here till 2, 3.
That's what we played matches last night till 2 o'clock.
Nice.
Had a mini tournament on Thursday night and stuff. We've been rolling nonstop since we've been here, but hey, that's what it's about. I look forward to it every year. I'm very proud of this show we put on.
Yeah, it's always fun. Gets boring sitting home, you know?
It does for a while, but there's nothing wrong with sitting at home.
There isn't nothing wrong with it,
Nothing
but
wrong with sitting at home eating good home
gets
cooked
me
food
crazy.
and stuff like that. But once you're home for a little while, you
want to
ready
leave
get-
again.
You're ready to get back out.
You
Like
want to go
everything
do
else.
something. It's nice that we have that option. We can do that.
Let's see, what have we got here? What did Kenny do? He kicked, made a good hit, and ended up with a safety out of it. Left it on the rail. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, Alex has got a interesting.
Alex is just going to play
Escape route.
safe here. He's just going to try to bank the 1
Right.
behind the 6 and 7 and use the 9 and stuff as a blocker is what I'm thinking he will try to do. here.
Absolutely.
That's
Uh-oh.
exactly what he done.
He's okay.
Come a little short.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's left
Sure
Kenny.
did.
I think he's left Kenny a shot here. Not really a shot. He left
But a
Kenny
safety
left
attempt.
Kenny a safety where I
Sure.
don't think he's got a kick where you've always you got that guy kicking, you're a lot better off than him kicking versus shooting straight at one for sure.
And if you're just joining us, we are at Michael's Billiards in Fairfield, Ohio for the Great Southern Billiard Tour Championships. This is Kenn Tran here playing Alex Olinger. And this is the second set of the finals, the 2013 season. And we're joined with Shannon the Cannon Dalton, Hall of Famer, and the man behind the scenes at the Great Southern Billiard Tour. Boy, he went at that pocket, didn't he?
He sure did. He took a wing at it.
That was bold.
I think he got away with it too. The one I believe got above the side. Yeah, there he's above the side. So
Yeah.
Alex has got another difficult situation he's forced to here. Forced at.
Does he kick it behind the 2, or is he going to try to shoot this ball?
He may cut at this. Not he's just going to play safe behind the 8. Tried to get behind the 6 there and just cut it a little thick. Cat and mouse game here for sure. Which that's the way it's going to be. It's a race to 4 for all the dough.
All the marbles. There is no tomorrow. You go back to the heat tomorrow, don't you? To South Carolina?
I'll be getting back south. Yeah, I'll be glad to get back.
Get
to
out
where
of
it's
this
on.
cold,
Yeah,
huh?
it has really been
Wow.
cold. I mean, I'm not. Of course, I know it's cold in Greenville
This is
too.
Ohio, man.
Yeah, it's freezing. It's cold at home too, but it's not cold like it is.
Yeah,
It is here.
It's super cold.
I think it said it's supposed to be to 7 or 8 degrees here tonight. That's cold, buddy.
Yes, sir. I live right on Lake Erie too, where the Arctic wind comes right off that lake all the time. It's brutal action, man.
Did you guys have a lot of snow up there when you left?
Yeah, fortunately, right on the lake, the snow gathers and blows over inland all over Ohio, so we usually right on the edge and right on the lake, so we usually don't really get that much, but yeah, we get buried all the time.
Huh.
Ice. 2 miles from my house, it's buried. Alrighty. Played a nice little shot there, didn't he?
Turned into a little all strategy game here. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's got him. I think he played safe good.
These guys have been playing nice safes back and forth.
Well, they know how important every game is right now. It's
Sure.
every game, every ball, every shot at this stage of the match.
Tip of the spear here, Great Southern Billiard Tour Championships, all the way up north in the south. This is the north of the south.
That's exactly what it is. This is the north of the south. We're about 50 miles above the Mason-Dixon line here. Alex is going airborne. You know, he's fouled the last 2 jump shots he's had. It looks like he's decelerating on that. And you can't decelerate when you're jumping a ball. You've got to go ahead and commit to it.
Right. Yeah, that's...
But the reason what causes that is because you're afraid you'll fly off the table, you'll overhit it, and then as close as that one is, to the side rail there, it's easy to, if you don't hit it dead solid, to go off the table and commit a foul. But one thing about it, if you don't get over the ball, you're going to commit a foul no matter what.
So don't let fear make your decisions for you.
Exactly correct.
Go for it.
When you commit, you must go. Well, Kenny's got a very makeable out here. He got the 1, got good position on the 2, a little bit elevated over the 7. I think he's got all right with the bridge. Really, unless he creates his own problem, it's not that tough of an out here. Kenny's supposed to get out from here. The 4 to the 5 is a little bit of a negotiation, but the 5's laying in front of the side. It's right here's one of your toughest shots in the rack, just because he's elevated over the 7.
Sure, absolutely. This is where all that structural knowledge comes into play.
It also got him too. It got him being elevated over that ball. Now, like we was talking to Alvin, now is when you'll see the nerves really click.
Yes.
You know what he was talking about earlier, it was too early to tell. Right now, you will be able to tell it. All of the heat is on right now.
That's it. Alex knows he's close, and he's got to keep ahead of this guy.
They both do. They both smell blood.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin, while he's running there playing safe right here, I'm going to step right here and get me a refill on the dude.
Do for it. Do it up.
Be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, it was a good shot there before I go. I wanted to see what he'd done, and he absolutely executed perfectly right there.
Really nice.
This is a huge shot. That's a big shot at a big time in a big match.
That's it. He's going to get ball in hand. Shane will be back with it just a moment. Stood right up on that ball. Uh-oh, right, it's going to the drink. Really nice looking shot. Boy, he got the lick there, didn't he? Got the jelly roll. SD's back.
Back in action, Alvin.
All right, y'all dude up. All filled up, ready to go. Ken just made a couple really nice shots. Alex, he biffed ball in hand.
Yeah, ball in hand and missed.
Yeah, he stood straight up on the ball. As soon as he stroked the ball, he stood straight up, missed it.
Here was where we was going back in. You know, fatigue could be coming in a little bit here.
Totally.
You know, I mean, Alex has played every round since 1 o'clock today. Fatigue could definitely be playing a
And
little
all
factor
day
here.
yesterday.
And all day yesterday.
Sure.
He's not had an easy grind of this. I mean, it's been a long day for him.
Yeah, especially off the one loss side, you're in for the haul.
Well, you can tell it in his face too. Look
Yeah,
at him there.
he's definitely running out of chat it up. Definitely running out of juice.
See what we got here on the chat. That's a problem with double carries. He's coming. knows himself again. He better not choke him.
He didn't have ball in hand. Okay. It's all a blur to me, man. It's all a blur to me. The only thing that never changes is the table.
Well, now we're going to be 6-4 is going to be the score. Kenny's going to need 3 games. Alex needs 4. They've been just swapping games like heavyweight fighters here, just swapping blows.
Watch the 1 disappears, the corner ball disappears, watch the 2 coming down
here
table.
Comes the 2 for perfect position.
Yep, perfect position on the 2.
No excuse not to get out from here. Player of his caliber is supposed to get out from here.
That's why I should have took that bet with Danny. I thought no way he's going to grind through 2 sets.
This
but,
is all
wow.
you could this is all you could possibly ask for here.
But then again, that nerves on the 8 ball.
Yep.
You can play all these beautiful shots and do all this perfect stuff, and then you lose shape 7, 8, 9, and you hand the rack
he
away.
actually got a touch out of line from 2 to the 3, and he's all right to go above the side and spin back down, or maybe just even draw right down. He might just draw it below the side. But I promise he didn't get exactly where he wanted to.
Well, that's the ultimate mental stress that's got to be in these big matches, Shannon. You've been there in the finals, and you get out of shape. Everybody's looking at you.
It seems
TV's on.
It seems like when it starts going south, it just compounds too.
Yeah.
I think Alex is a good enough player, though, boy, I tell you what, he used every inch of that pocket.
Sure
and you notice he moved a little bit there.
He's real jumpy right now.
He stood up right there. Well, that's a little bit of nerves, a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he's working on that for sure. But once he gets tired, he starts doing that a lot more.
Well, we all do. That's when it's easiest to make your mistakes, is when you get tired.
Structural error.
That's when you got to go back and just rely on basics.
Turn back into a machine.
Just everything goes numb, and you just go back to your basics. Do the things that you've done your whole life, and just keep that in your mind.
That's amazing. That's a secret there.
What have we got here now? This might not be any good. That's no good.
No.
Wow.
That's another mental error right there.
He got funny.
That's another mental error.
Yeah, you can tell he's definitely battling with his mind here. Not only are you controlling 2 different spheres and shape on the next sphere, you're also controlling your own mind. You know, controlling your emotions, everything you got to keep under complete check.
Alex is not happy with himself right now.
You gonna talk, Michael? You gonna talk a little with Shannon?
Trying to get over my last call.
Over what? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're all right.
Alex is not happy. And now, here's what is, even though you've made a mistake, you're still at the table, so now you just need to play the absolute best shots you can play here and try to make the best out of a bad situation. That's what you're trying to do here.
He can kick the ball down to where the 9 is.
Play it down somewhere around the 9 and use the 9-foot table as to his advantage here.
Leave the cue ball kind of where it's at.
Better go a little. Better go a little.
He's going to leave him a...
He left his shot, but it's a tough one.
That's a real tough shot, especially on the rail like that.
It's a tough one. But it is a shot. It beats what he should have had. He shouldn't have had anything.
Wow.
Wow, what a shot Kenn Tran just come with there and almost made the 9 also. Well, guys, I can't explain what a tough shot this right here is under this pressure right here, and he knows it. He took a little laugh with there, but I'll tell you what, guys, that shot he just come with on the 7's world class.
That was a great shot, especially being stuck to the rail like that and glued.
This is a huge shot right here in this match.
You just got to roll this ball in, right? You just got to roll this ball in.
Terrible.
He hit it way too hard.
There's the nerves, Alvin.
Yeah.
After that, he made the shot he had on the 7 was 4 times that tough. But I tell you something, though, I hate to say it, this ain't no gimme.
Yeah, this is definitely a tough shot. It's all about being smooth, and
You know,
when you're excited, you
he
hit
didn't take
harder.
his time. He didn't take his time.
No,
on
he didn't
that
look at the
9.
angle.
He jumped in there. He jumped when he shot it. He hit it too hard.
Throwing them away, you know.
I'm gonna tell you something. When it's down to the race at 3 and stuff like that, there is no throwaways. This game right here can definitely decide the whole tournament.
Alex knows how to make
Good
this
shot,
ball.
Alex. Well, Alex got away with a little bit of one there. He got out of line on the 7. Fortunate enough, he didn't hit the safety. Great. Kenny, whacked that 7 in the length of the table and then missed the 9. But don't get me wrong, the 9 wasn't a gimme.
Right.
But you can see the pressure mounting on him right
Oh,
now.
absolutely. That's where Alex had, like, he just hit that shot perfect because he's been into that situation a million times.
Right. Now all of a sudden, guys, we got a race to 3. Again, they've just been trading games out, trading games. Seb 9, that's a pretty good thing that you said right there. I mean, even the top pros, we still feel the pressure, but I guess, when you get to that level, you've just been under the pressure so much that it's you just learn how to handle it. But that is that's a good look at it, the way that you described that.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
I think Kenny is definitely feeling the heat right now.
Yeah, luckily he has these alternator break formats, or Alex would would just run the set out with this monster
very
break.
easily. See if Kenny makes the corner ball. He hit those good and lost the cue ball. Uh-oh. That's the way it usually happens when you make a simple mistake like that. Usually it just, a lot of times, boy, it just keeps getting worse.
Yep. Well, Alex steps up with the spear, and we'll see what he does here. What's your top rack running of 9-ball for your career?
I've run 10 2 or 3 times. I mean,
Wow.
I mean, you hear people talk about 15s and 16s and stuff like that. I'm sure it's been done. I'm sure, I know a lot of good players that has done it. But actually 10 racks I've run 10 on the bar table and 10 on the big table.
That's amazing.
I think I've run 10 4 times.
Man, 10 racks of 9-ball. That's just amazing, man. I remember when you were a touring pro. You were all about it, Shannon. I remember, man. You were into it. You were in there fighting with all the dogs.
Alex, Alvin, I still love it as much as anybody does.
You can do it, too.
I can still play, but until they get some kind of organization or enough to where you can at least have several events a year to go play in, it's hard to commit yourself to, routine practice and stuff like that. When we've only got 2 or 3 tournaments in the United States, pro level tournaments.
Right.
That's that's worth playing on.
Yeah,
because to play at a top level, to play against the guys that play every day and stay at that top level,
you have to do that.
You've got to devote.
Yeah, but yeah, you're top 20 speed player for sure. So, and one of my favorite players too, by the way.
Thank you, Alan. I appreciate that a lot.
Hey, man.
One thing about it, when I do compete, I try to bring it all. I don't want to leave nothing. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back up to the room and say, "Boy, I wished I would have done that."
I remember when I first got into pool and I went to a tournament and saw you play there. I was like, "Man, this guy is cool. He's crazy, man. This guy's intense, man. I really like this guy's energy." And that's what kept me rolling. Those guys, my heroes, man.
Well, I've been doing it my whole life, and that's what I say. I mean, man, you got to be intense out there. I mean, you got to have the Tiger Woods fist pumps and stuff like that. That's what gets them guys going. That's what makes it roll. You got to feed off of positive energy, and you got to be able to fight when it gets to the nitty gritty too. looks like he's got kind of perfect here. Shouldn't be much. This right here is really nothing more than a formality, but you know, under the situation, race to 3. You've seen some real funny things happen just in the last couple of racks. Excuse me.
I never count anybody out. I've seen people come back from down 2 to
He done it again.
7.
Look at this. He's fell on the 50-yard line again.
Yeah.
I can't believe he done it again after he just done it last game.
It's sad. I see this. That's the next level. You got to get over that level and realize where you're at. You were probably there too. Did the same thing,
but that's what I was talking about. You can only learn from your mistakes. But I'm surprised that he done it again after it just cost him the last game.
You can't realize it when you're out there, man. You don't realize it.
Now he did stand up and hit this ball good, but now he's got a kind of a tough shot on the 9.
He's got to play it nuts.
But all of this started because that he got out of line on the 8 from the 7 to the 8, which was routine. Alex shouldn't have done that. I mean, yes, he'll probably make this ball, and it'll be another game up, but there's no reason that it should have been a tic-tac-toe out instead of now you're grinding for your life on the 9 ball.
Right.
And this ball's very missable.
Sure is. This is you really got to envision where this ball's going to land. That's tough looking down the barrel of this ball. Totally dogged it.
There we go again. Oh my goodness, look at this one here though. Wow. I can't believe one of these guys has not took a break.
They're smiling and having fun.
He's smiling and having fun, but I'll tell you what a lot of that is too. That's a nervous laughter. It's easy to smile and have a little fun like that, but I'll promise you right now, if you could put one of those heart monitors on his chest right now and see the big breath, the big sigh there before he comes to the table. Wow, boys, it just don't get a lot better than this. I hate that you're seeing a little bit of tired play from the guys, but race to 3 and the heat is on under the lights. Here we go, guys.
This is reality.
Well, this is it right here. What a shot this is. Missed it. You know, it's got Alex is getting away with some. You know, Alex is getting away with a lot right now.
Yeah.
He is really getting away with a lot.
He sure is.
3 consecutive
He's not being
games,
punished for his errors.
3 consecutive games in a row that has happened.
That's why he's not getting better. He isn't getting punished for his errors.
I ain't getting nothing yet. He might have. He just went to the thing and got it.
We are at the information booth here at Michael's Billiards. We're your information attendants. I'm Alvin with Inside Pool and NYC Grind, and we're here with Shannon the Cannon Dalton. He'll be your tour guide for the rest of this trip here down the Great Southern Billiard Tour Finals video production.
Alex is ahead 8-4. Alex needs 2. Kenny needs 3.
He missed his 1 ball. He missed his 1, but he's going to set up pretty. No, he's not.
He's not.
If he would have been over about right here, 6 inches over, he would have been all right.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got to make him a ball here, but it's tough. But
oh yeah.
I mean, I've said Alex has been very, very fortunate the last 3 games. He's made 2 crucial mistakes and only made 3 consecutive mistakes at the end of the game, and has only lost 1 game because of that. I mean, that's the difference in the match.
Absolutely, that's where
the whole difference in the match.
Players like the way that you play, you just eat those guys up, man.
Now, I have noticed that it seems like when you get to playing the best players in the world, boy, when you do make a mistake,
it's
90%
over.
of the time, man, you pay
3-4 racks.
You pay a big punishment for it.
Yeah, that's unbelievable feeling when you.
And especially when you know it's an unforced error, you know.
And that just starts really grinding in your mind, too. You're like, God, this guy is running me over.
Well, a lot of times you brought it on yourself, though. You know,
absolutely.
When you do it to yourself, you don't have nobody to blame but yourself.
Yeah. But you can't make a mistake. You can't make 1 mistake. That's why this game is so hard, man. You can't make 1 mistake at that highest level, of course. But yeah, Alex is definitely not getting punished for his errors.
Had a good little shot here. It looks like he hit that ball good.
He sure did. See, once he gets rolling and gets smooth, man, this guy can play some nice pool.
I've actually seen him make more mistakes this match, and I've watched him make it. I've watched him play his last 2 or 3 matches.
Yeah.
And I've seen him make more mistakes in the last
Sure.
20 minutes than I've seen him make in the last 4 hours. But again,
He's tired.
you know,
can
he's
tell.
tired, man. The guy's tired. It's a lot. You know, he's under constant stress, giving up
Sure.
weight almost every match, except for against a couple of the better players. And it wears on you after a while.
Oh, yeah.
But again, he's doing what a good player does. Even though he's made those couple of silly mistakes, and he did get away with them, here, when it does come time to win, he's
Moving
able
ahead.
to go ahead and do it.
He's on the hill, too.
He will be if he can just roll this little 9-ball right in the hole.
Could be one rack away from our new champion.
1 rack away on that end of it of having a 2013 Tour champion. Guys, again, before we get this far, I'd like to say thank you again to all of you players that's come out and support us all year. All the sponsors we've got, back from Nick Varner, Cues and Cases, Delta 13 Racks, Steve Lomax Custom Cues, Andy Gilbert Custom Cues, Ozone Billiards, Delta 13 Racks, and all the guys that's out there. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. I don't think I did. And especially, it really goes back to you, the players. If it wasn't for you, the players, we wouldn't have any business, period. So, just before the holidays, I want to give you all a quick shout out and say thank you all again very much for a successful season. And we'll be right back in action starting the very first weekend of the month in January. New Bern, North Carolina at Mickey Milligan's will be our first stop. And then week 2 back to Myrtle Beach at Sure Thing Billiards. We're going to do that event every month there at Sure Thing Billiards, and that's the second weekend of every month now throughout the 2014 season. Well, here we go, guys. Alex Olinger on the heel for the 2013 Tour Championship.
Oh, he's going in. He got lucky.
He
sure did.
We got a shot. Little 3-ball combo, but it laid up pretty nice.
Sure
actually.
did. He's going to be able to click, click, click.
Yeah, and the 1, he can hit the 8 full, so the 1 ought to stay there.
Yes.
Alex needs 1, Kenny needs 3. Scores 9-4.
Tell them if they show up here, I'll holler at them. Tell everybody if they show up here, I'll holler at them.
Nobody knows about that. That disappeared.
Yeah, that goes
never
away.
happened. That never happened.
Well, he was fortunate enough to have a little easy, if there is any such thing as an easy 3-ball combination. It fell perfect for him. But Kenny, you know, Kenny knows he's made some mistakes, but I mean, he's still a long ways from being out of this thing. You know, he wins this game. You know, and then if he can duck Alex's break, he was to win that game. He's breaking on the heels, so you know, a lot of funny things can happen here.
A lot of funny things could happen, and I've seen them, and you've seen them happen too, man. I've been knocked over from the end of matches where I couldn't believe what happened. You know, you too, man.
I've had so much stuff happen on the heel. Foo-wee.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
You don't usually remember the good, but I can always remember the bad.
Oh, yeah. Amazing sport we have here.
Any of you guys, when you're through the area, if you get a chance to stop by here at Michael's Billiards in
Absolutely.
Fairfield, Ohio, you'll be doing yourself a big favor to stop by. Stop by and see Michael playing a game of bank or something like that. You'll really enjoy this room. It's one of the finest in the Midwest.
One of the cleanest pool rooms I've ever been in. It really
And
is.
been here a long time, too. You know, it's easy to let a big place like this go when you've been here a long time. I just heard Michael say in the background he's been open 22 years. And that's how long I've been coming here. I've been coming to Michael's ever since I was a kid.
There's no dust on the ceiling or nothing. It's all clean. They keep everything really clean here. The kitchen's spotless. There isn't one piece of dirt anywhere on the floor. I've looked. I do that, man. I
Well,
go back
do too.
there. I look.
do too. Here we go. This is a shot right here. This
Michael's
is a shot
is
of
the
this
spot.
game right here.
Sure is.
We played the combo and it
We
went.
made it.
Hey, man. Well, here we are.
Okay.
Guys, we're one game away from a heel match.
But
remember, I said this earlier. I told you, don't be surprised if it's not within a game. Well, that was a nervous one, I can tell you that. And it hung up and it's barely trickled in.
well, here's where Alex's scientific break can win this entire tournament for him.
It definitely
With one-
can, but the only bad thing about it, even if he is making the corner ball, you still got 8 other balls flying around that table. They can always
You're
smack
right.
the cue ball right in the side or anything.
You're
you know.
right.
And Inside Pool Magazine, InsidePool.tv is brought to you by NYCGrind.com, CNGGas.com, of course, Michael's Billiards and Great Southern Billiard Tour. Big shout out.
Thank you guys very much
Thank
for coming
you.
and doing this. It's
No problem.
been a pleasure to have you guys. Always easy to work with. Takes a lot of pressure off me and gets all the pool fans throughout the, like you said, a click of a button from anywhere in the world.
Or out or off world,
Wherever.
if you happen to be out.
Wherever.
But yeah, boy, it's speaking of space, it's as cold as space outside. You want to stay. You want
It
to
is
stay
cold
indoors.
outside.
Right here at Michael's.
I dread going to the car tonight.
It is. But in here it's warm. Michael keeps it at a nice temperature.
It keeps it a good pool playing temperature. It's
Oh, yeah.
actually, if you're
Perfect.
spectating, it's a little bit cool, but if you're playing, especially under the heat they're under, it's very
Sure.
comfortable.
All right, the Big O. Let's see if this is the rack that makes history here.
Here we go, guys. Oh,
Doink.
almost scratched. Caught the
Hit
ball
him.
in the corner. Let's see what he gets. What's the one going to do?
The one's
What's the
going
eight going to do?
last ball rolling.
He's got a shot. He does have a shot.
does
here.
have a shot.
He does have a shot.
The two's gone.
And he's
so-
actually laying pretty good because the one's playing perfect. If he cuts it in and come right back down to the side and have the three, then you got to wonder if the four goes by the five over there because he's going to have an angle. Hey, he's looking at it like it's pretty well okay, so he didn't show no big signs of concern.
This is where you go back to the fundamentals.
He got dead perfect. That's right.
Mechanics.
Here's where you rely on the fundamentals. Keep your head down. Watch
Yes.
that ball hit the pocket.
There you
Don't
go.
do nothing stupid.
You heard it.
And
He's
done
getting
it.
jumpy. He's getting
perfect
nervous
here.
already.
He's perfect here.
Yeah, but I can see him already getting nervous. This is where that amplification of that nervousness comes out. It'll start showing up in the leave.
Well, if there's ever a time that you're supposed to take a few extra seconds or a few extra strokes, you need to just take your time
no.
right now. Because if you let it get away from you, you can't get this one back.
You're right.
But a player of Alex's caliber, he's supposed to get out from here.
Yeah, he should be able to get out here. This could be it.
There goes Jerry running to get the camera.
Get ready, get ready. But we've seen Alex miss this
I mean,
miss shape on these
again,
7/8
you-
before.
You would feel like it's really no more than a little bit of a cleanup here, but
You never know.
We've seen some funny things happen.
I've seen the best players in the world shoot on the hill, shoot the 9, rattle it right in the pocket.
Oh yeah,
So
I've done it.
you've done it. We all have.
Missed with ball in hand. You name it, I've done it.
Absolutely.
Well, he's got a little bit of an angle here, but I believe he can just kill this cue ball straight out from where it's at now and have a perfect angle to shoot the 8 in and just go straight down table. And that's what he's done.
He wants it, man. He wants it.
He's got a good angle. Now, he can either roll this with top right and come around 2 rails, or he can draw it with bottom left and come 2 rails.
Yeah, he's going to have to land
I
just
would
right.
say that he'll hit this with top right
Top.
and come around 2 rails, right down below where he's standing at now.
Okay. Yeah, that's the natural move, isn't it?
Just like that.
Nice and easy.
Guys, I believe we're fixing to have us a winner.
All right,
Unbelievable what this
fixing.
guy's done. He's lost his second match and won 12 in a row now to win the Tour Championship.
Here he
Great
goes.
match. You guys give
All
him a
right,
round of
that's it.
applause.
Nice game, guys.
Again, viewers, I appreciate you guys being here, doing all the support for us and everything for the 2013 season. We'll be back in action in January. I'm going to get over here and give these guys some cash, get some pictures done, let Alvin close everything out with you. And again, wish each and every one of you, my players and just people and family, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and see you guys in 2014.
Thanks a lot, Shannon Dalton. There you had it, the mastermind here, the Great Southern Billiard Tour. NYC Grind and Inside Pool. Going to be signing out here, but you can check out the rest of the final ceremonies, and we'll be back for Effort versus Earl in January. Hope to see you then. Stay tuned. Good one, man. We did it. Actually did it.